Well, hello there, great person, and welcome back to another episode of Maltiscared. This time we're gonna take on the video from Chills, which is called 5 Scary Videos You Really Don't Wanna See. But you know me, I want to see every single scary video. And in addition to that, we can test this green screen I've got going now, so I hope you enjoy that. I hope it improves the quality a bit. And yeah, without further ado, yeah, let's get scared with style.
You really shouldn't watch these videos, or else you might see something so scary you'll wish you never saw it. Number 5. A YouTuber named D-Dog Vlogs has been uploading since mid-2016 and specializes in exploring haunted places that are about as scary as they come, with a preference for historic locations whenever possible. He has been known to pair up with the likes of Mo Sargi and others in an effort to push his paranormal investigations to greater lengths and solidify his place in the YouTube ghost hunting community.
Yeah.
On January 20th of 2020, he heads to a single-story home that is rumored to hold secrets so terrible that no one in the community wanted to share any details aside from a basic address. Curious, he heads to the site with fellow ghost hunters, Tay and Carlo, to see for themselves what this house holds. The first thing
Okay, so that's a house where no one wants to go. And not any no one, so to speak. So people who do this, they don't want to go there. So yeah, let's go there. Will be fun.
they notice is a glowing yellow light that flickers oddly over a door that's bolted shut. It's one of the only working lights left in the house, and it's shining like a beacon to get their attention.
But look at that room. That's creepy.
But more on that in a moment. For now, watch how the camera goes out of focus like something or someone invisible is standing right in front of them. It happens again here at exactly 3 minutes, and ironically goes on until he's finished asking people to comment if they see anything.
Now, I don't know if these places are haunted or not, so comment down below if you guys see or hear anything. I'm not saying they're haunted, I'm just not sure.
After some more exploring, they return to this mysterious locked door and see marks where it had been repeatedly drilled shut with a padlock. Something incredibly strong must have been in here at one point, and the family must have been intent on keeping it contained.
So you don't go inside that door. Don't go through that door. Perhaps it will lead you somewhere where you don't want to be.
Yet when they open the door,
Let's
they are
see.
surprised to find a colorful race car border above. This is a kid's room of all places. They suspect that a child was locked in here for long periods of time.
A demon
I think
child.
The evidence proves that much is true. Perhaps they were even kept here well into adulthood, might I add. Furthermore, they seem to think this section of the door was either struck or clawed out over time, possibly after an extended period of isolation, which would require immense strength. I think it could simply be termite damage, but you tell me. So I want to know why you think the child was locked in here. It could have been evil parents or behavioral problems. The extent to which they had to go in order to keep the child contained seems to indicate an extreme psychological state that would require them to be on alert at all times. Their child probably needed to be kept away from sharp objects and locked in at night so that they don't do something drastic to themselves or to their parents while they slept. On the contrary, maybe that's not the case at all, and the child had evil, disturbed parents who did this for no reason.
Yeah. If you have a child that has a mental problem, you bring it to a doctor. You bring it to a psychiatrist or whatever, but do not lock your child into a room so it has to claw its way out. I mean, I hope that's a no-brainer for every viewer, but yeah. Yeah, if it's probably the parents. If this is real, that has to be the parent. I mean, you wouldn't lock your child into a room and then leave if you're a good parent, I think. Not for this long. Some people.
D-Dog explores a different abandoned house 2 months later on March 28th, and this investigation gets so crazy that I need your help to figure out if it's real. Is this red paint, or is it what I think it is? I really hope not.
That's so much.
At 2 minutes and 10 seconds, it kind of looks like somebody got jabbed in the corner, stumbled a few steps forward to the center of the room, and then went to the doorway. Then they doubled back, still leaking, and probably crumpled in this corner where the trail ends, or maybe that's where they were put by someone else. Tiny red splotches leading upstairs gives me the impression that more than one person was here. This red substance has dried against the wall and hardly looks reassuring, and sadly in the corner of this upstairs room is more evidence, but creepiest of all, even more so than what's on the wall or on the floor, is what's in this small unassuming corner, or rather what happens when they go near. This is the only part of the video that becomes blurry, and for no reason at all. It's as if something is trying to get their attention, and perhaps figuring out for the first time that it has crossed onto the other side and can no longer communicate with the living. Now you're probably wondering where the homeowners were, and so was I.
Yeah.
Were the basement flooded with solid ice? I think we both know the answer. Number 4.
Oh man, that looked quite legit, the blood. I've seen blood like this once before. And when I was very young in our village, there was a man who was stabbed, and he went around the houses and he knocked on some doors, and that was exactly what we found in the village after that. So we were going to school. I mean, I was 6, 7 years old. We heard that story, and everyone was talking about it, and then we went through the village, and there was blood on several spots in about 1 or 2 streets. So, man, that looked legit. I don't know, but yeah, man, that's messed up. He always has these messed up videos. They're so messed up. Man, chills.
This worrisome video I'm about to show you was posted on March 18th of 2017 by a person who had been teetering on the edge of self-destruction for years.
Things are much worse this time. Something seems to be after me. I don't know what else to say, except goodbye.
You'll never guess what he does next, but first let me tell you what he has been through. His psychological torment would begin in...
These videos, they are so messed up. They are, man. I hope this is fake. That poor man. You can be in dark places. You really can be in dark places, and he is in a dark place. I hope he is okay, and this is... Yeah, man. Oh, this isn't... Yeah, I don't want to see this. I don't. It's not scary, but I don't want to see this. This is so sad. This is really sad.
Early 2015, approximately
This is
2
really
years
sad.
before his final goodbye, that was when someone began knocking at his door almost every night for days. He lives all alone and is a very private person, so introverted in fact that we never learn his name. For him to have a visitor is not normal, let alone in the middle of the night. The knocks were annoying at first, but he figured it would stop if he ignored it. But when that didn't work, he decided to start documenting everything early on, in case he needed to take it to the police or something later. He
Yeah.
also decided to confront it and defend himself if need be. This incident, taken on February 12, 2015, starts with 2 knocks that are so soft, it would be easy to think you're imagining them. But after 3 weeks of harassment, he is frazzled and hears every noise, so he springs to action, ready to meet force with force. But there's just one problem. Nothing is ever there to confront. Listen closely to this part, because I hear chatter after he locks up.
Yeah.
He installs a second camera outside the very next night on February 13th, 2015. Friday the 13th to be exact. Sure enough, it starts again. He opens the door and no one's there. It's not 2 different videos put together either, because his movements in both videos sync perfectly, like at 1 minute and 15 seconds when he smooths his hair. Even if he practiced this routine, it still wouldn't be this dead on. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that this happens at 3 a.m. every night. Anyone would want to move, and he absolutely did.
Yeah.
His money situation meant he couldn't either continue to endure this or go homeless in the middle of the winter.
Oh, man. This is the worst one I've seen yet in terms of people that are really in a bad place. If this is legit, this is making me really, really, really sad. Yeah, sometimes you can't move. I mean, I'm always saying you should move, but sometimes you can't. And I really hope this is fake, because if that happened to him, and the part from before where they alluded to what happened 2 years down the line, and man, chills, man, these are bad. Those are bad videos. You shouldn't. Yeah, I don't want to see something like this.
Eventually,
Because
he decides to go outside before 3 a.m. and see if he can catch whatever or whoever is doing this on video. He doesn't see them, but he does find footprints leading away from his house into the woods. The footprint is separated in 2 halves, more like a hoof print than a foot, yet 2 legs instead of 4. Some people have said this could be a demon or even a cryptid. I don't know about all of that, but I know that he really did go out at 3 a.m. And I know this because I hear a train throughout the video. Oddly enough, this late night train is heard in all of his videos, and I think could be closely related. Something bad must have happened on the nearby.
okay, so why would that mean it's 3 a.m.? Doesn't make any sense. He would have to know where he's living, and he would have to know who that is, and he said he doesn't know who this is. This makes me hope it's fake, and I hope it's fake. I really hope it's fake, because this is messed up.
By tracks.
Yeah.
By August 28th, whatever had left those footprints was looking for other ways inside both day and night. No longer was it confined to 3 a.m. Tell me if this is an animal or something way worse. I didn't hear any claws tapping. This was the sound of somebody fast. A raccoon or a possum would be doing this at nighttime. This was something big in the middle of the day, like a restless spirit. So after years of experiencing this and other similar encounters, perhaps you'll better understand why, after saying goodbye in March of 2017, he simply decided to open up the door and stop.
Goodbye.
Whatever that was, it sounded far from being a person. Over 2 years later, this mysterious final video was uploaded on January 1st, 2019. Those sound like church bells. Maybe this is a clip taken from a funeral. Could it be his? And whoever typed these replies doesn't act like him at all. Number 3, Corey and
Man. That is the most messed up one I've yet seen. Or I've seen until now. Yeah, this is messed up. It wasn't really that scary. It was incredibly eerie, incredibly depressing, and incredibly sad, and it made me very sad and shook me quite a bit. And I hope it was fake, but yeah, I will discuss it later.
Devin are 2 YouTubers who have a shared channel where they go on all kinds of adventures as well as family vlogs. They haven't updated in over 2 years, but the videos are still there for all to see, and some of them are, believe it or not, are convincingly paranormal. The videos I'm talking about center around Nona's Pizzeria in Magna, Utah, a family business with a terrible secret, a long-standing curse first brought upon them generations ago by a vindictive small-town witch. The curse is said to have opened a portal to channel forth numerous spirits, including the incorrigible witch herself, who remains as mean and evil as ever in the afterlife.
Mean and evil! Yeah, his dialogue's not the best all the time, but yeah, man, witches. Looks like this is a witch like the one from The Witcher, not the one that lives in your neighborhood and sells some plants. So yeah.
Life. Corey and Devin are not a professional ghost hunting channel by any means, and they have little experience dealing with the paranormal aside from television. But when they get a chance to visit one of the locations they recognize from a show called Ghost Adventures, they are eager to go. And so on October 21st, 2017, they find themselves face to face with the owners and most recent inheritors of the curse. A dark entity haunts this place, old as the building itself. Sometimes it appears to their son as a little girl who wants to play. Sometimes it grabs them by the throat. The
What?
owners say that if they try to sell the business, the spirit has confirmed that it will burn it to the ground. They are to live and suffer the curse for all generations to come, or else pay the price through financial ruin. They suspect it's coming from the attic, so the first step is to set up a grid of lasers.
Okay, so let me think about that. What would I do? What would I do? Probably move or something like that, and then let it burn down the building, and then hope that the insurance will cover it. Get insurance and move somewhere else, and hope that the curse was bound to the house and not to them, and not to their family.
To see if anything blocks the light. Sure enough, they record this black floating blob on night vision. The rest of the wooden beam is a much lighter color except for the head of the shadow figure. They go into the attic space with cameras and try to catch something up close. It's almost too dark to see anything, but
I have some very creepy vibes. I can see the green lights.
the camera cannot seem to keep focus, almost as if somebody is standing directly in front of Corey, though nobody is there.
They're kind of going in and out.
As soon as they start talking about how the demonic force always seems to congregate in this particular spot, they hear a confirmation. I'll play it with the sound up. Do you hear it?
In this area here.
It was a scream in my opinion, and the K2 meter goes all the way up at the mere mention of its presence. Eventually, they track the exact spot where they think it's standing, and they suspect it needs more electricity in the air to better communicate. They say they are going to give it more energy, and at this point it seems to fully understand.
You're more than welcome to take from this energy, okay?
And true to their theory, when they charge the air with a taser and call it by the old family name of Cooper, they find the ghost is finally able to push the meter into the red, not once but twice.
Come on, Cooper. Thank you. Thank you. Cooper family.
At least they're being polite. And what I have to add to that as well is, I mean, if they are cursed and they think they are cursed, yeah, you can use gimmicks. I mean, what are you gonna do? You have to try everything. I understand this. I mean, I think they were the ghost hunters that went to them, but yeah, you have to try everything. Have to try everything. I wonder how these things work, these little gimmicky things. Because, yeah, to understand what it measures actually. Because I don't know what it measures. Would like to know.
Yes? Is that who it is?
Are we right? Are we right?
All within 11 seconds, so I think something is standing with them and it's not real. But soon a different force sweeps across the room, possibly the witch. They use a simple yes
Did you see the witch?
or no communication method to determine that whoever they are talking to wishes to do them harm.
Are you trying to use our
Are you
weakness
trying to
against-
use my weakness against me?
By now, the Coopers seem to have fully retreated, and the attic feels much different now, like an intruder is here. And when they break out the heavy equipment for an EVP session to determine if they are correct about this
Yeah, I think the girl on the left is almost crying, so yeah, man, I hope you're okay.
change, this single word is broadcast very clear.
Evil.
Do you think this says evil like they claim? Because I hear it, and when they try to tell it to clarify, it has three words that I also hear quite well. Tell me if you can hear it too, or if you think something else is being said.
I hope that that he doesn't tell me what words they were, so I can hear it for myself and don't have confirmation bias. So that would be nice now. That would be really nice. Chills, yeah, chills. So yeah,
Try to focus a little stronger and make it come out a little clearer, please.
I will not look at the words.
On your name.
I think it's
Okay, I
pretty
did not
clear
hear
that
anything.
the curse is legit, and maybe they should make the spirit stay true to its word.
So I did not. I put my hand up to not see what is on the screen, so I don't see the words, and I didn't hear anything that I could understand, and that I could be sure of that there were certain words. So, yeah, take that as you will.
And leave this place for good. Number 2, a man has been plagued by a demonic invasion that refuses to give him peace.
What's with these demonic forces in this video? They are quite mean and quite the Richard, so yeah.
On February 9th of 2017, he records not one, but 2 shadow figures ominously standing nearby. All you can do is hear his nasal breathing as he watches, stunned and trying not to scream, all while this heavy drape breathes in and out all by itself. Watch how it moves. That's not the wind. Besides, it was staying still for the past 4 minutes and 40 seconds prior. And you don't even want to see what's moving on his other window. I'll show you its true form in just a little bit, but for now let's focus on a couple different incidences first.
Okay, so it has a true form. I don't want to see that true form, because the true form is gonna be probably quite horrific.
On July 22nd of that same year, he is turning over a crystal again and again, possibly in hopes that some of its protective energy will rub off on him. Slowly but surely, this bright spot begins to manifest itself before his very eyes. Starting at 1 minute and 33 seconds, hope turns to horror as the omen spins around to reveal a grinning reptile-like face that he's sure is the Lord of the Underworld himself. Its stony face shrouded in half darkness. This ties into a separate incident 12 days earlier on July 10th. That's when he claims to have recorded what he calls a ghoul lurking in the bush outside of his window.
Yeah, there you
When
are.
you pause at 3 seconds, it does look like the top half of a skeletal face that soon disappears into the bushes, black eyes and all. That definitely wasn't a normal animal, so what was it? It looks remarkably
It was
similar to
weird.
the face seen
That
in the
was
crystal
weird.
nearly 2 weeks later. Sometimes it would show up in the most unlikely of places, like the folds of a piece of fabric as shown here on February 15th, 2017. Do you see the creepy goblin face with a long nose, big ears and open mouth?
Did you see the goblin face?
I can even see an eye, and that's the more friendly
Yeah,
of the
that's-
two
that's bad.
faces. This second one looks like 2 worried eyes and a mouth locked in a permanent scream. There's not as much detail and some of the features are disproportionate and misshapen, but it's still there nonetheless. So now that you've seen the demon's face a few times, I suppose you are ready to see the rest of it and the rest of the original video. This is what he saw crawling into his home that fateful early February day. This upside down creature is in fact one of the many beings who he claims to see on the regular. It's hard to make out exactly what this is, but
Yeah.
it's harder still to disprove it, and it gives me a bad feeling all around. I tend to believe this video, and all
Yeah, look at that. There's the head and there are the tentacle legs and
of these sightings for that matter. He claims the quality of the video has somehow sharply deteriorated over time since uploading, and that the being at one point looked more detailed and even had horns. I don't see how this is possible for a digital copy to become less clear,
Yeah.
but the colors do look muted here and apparently were brighter. So I want to know if you think that this man is legitimately seeing demons around his house, or if this is all happening in his mind. As much as I want to believe this is a delusion like some people think it is, I don't necessarily agree. The problem is I do see a lot of what he claims on video, so there's a good chance it could be true. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next
I already have.
5 seconds?
And you should too if you like this. Remember that. I mean, it's their content, not mine. So yeah, like it if you if you enjoyed it.
Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT
What does it look
and
like?
tap that follow button
Perhaps
to find
he's the
out.
demon.
Number 1. Luan Mendez is a YouTuber who is unafraid to put his life on the line in the name of a paranormal investigation, and as this video goes to show, ready to explore the scariest local legends he can find. One such legend revolves around a dismal force known only as La Senora Fantasma, or the Ghost Lady. The Ghost Lady is said to still roam the home she passed away.
Is it gonna be another Grudge? An unreal ghost thingy? I hope it's not. I hope it's just a woman in black or something like that.
Years ago, in life she earned a reputation as a taker of lives and lived a wicked existence full of hatred until the very end. Her spirit is said to still reflect in the bathroom mirror. If you go in there and call upon her for an unholy visit, which is tonight's goal, they start by
So tonight's goal is to poke the ghost. No, it should never be tonight's goal. It should never be a goal. Don't poke the ghost and poke the entity. Why? To get likes? Do you want likes? Would be nice if you got those likes when you were still alive. You know? Anyway.
rather rudely calling her name outside of the property, hoping to get her to come through the
Rather rudely. I mean, guys, don't poke it. They poked it, and then it's gonna come and get them.
window. She doesn't appear, so they step inside. The place has been stripped bare, but overall it looks somewhat inhabitable, at least as far as abandoned places go. But it's more about the way it feels than its aesthetics. Something about the small and cramped space that feels ill-fitting and all wrong, like nothing good has ever happened here, and only unimaginable horrors can befall anyone foolish enough to stay inside. They creep their way to the room where her legendary mirror hangs unblemished amidst the clutter. Luan stands alone while his friends keep watch. His tone is expectant and again, not very polite as he addresses the infamous ghost lady in more of a challenge than a request.
Don't poke the ghost. Yeah, you appear here or I'm gonna be mad.
They are all about to leave, but they decide to try to turn on the shower just to see what happens. To their surprise, clean water drips out of a rusty pipe that shouldn't work and doesn't even have a shower head. This was probably where she hung what was left of the lives she took, upside down and filleted open to drain in the shower. Seeing this broken shower work again shortly after doubling her powers makes them rethink their situation and wonder if they should have taken a nicer tone.
Ah, now you wonder that. After you've poked it multiple times. It's too late, man. Don't be like these people. Be polite to everyone you encounter, if it's a ghost entity or a bum, I don't know.
But that doesn't matter because it's too late now.
Yeah. Yeah, hello, weirdo
They are
thingy.
walking towards the exit and everything seems much more negative and dreadful than the first time around. More of a feeling than anything else, as if a great evil has awoken and is spreading across.
Why would you put up the door or whatever when there's a ghost standing next to you? He says, oh no, this is not supposed to fall down. But oh yeah, it's next to me. Oh yeah, now I run away. And then it falls down anyway, so yeah, what was the point of that?
Across the otherwise plain walls, and that's when she appears, not when Luan tells her to, nor in the mirror where she's supposed to be according to legend, but maybe that's the entire point. Her
Imagine that being a neighbor and she heard those people calling, she just wandered in and then they all got freaked out and ran away and she's like, what are you doing here? That would be funny.
house, her rules. They hole up in the room for a while and discuss what to do, but the situation takes care of itself by the time they open the door. The lady seems to have proven her point that she is real and vanishes just as quickly as she came. This
Yeah, if I wandered into a house and there were those people screaming at me and running away, I would run too. Yeah, man.
next video would be easy enough to fake because realistically speaking, all they would need is for an older woman to stand in the doorway, which coincidentally is a lot easier to do than actually using special effects to get her into the mirror. For these reasons, I think this video might not be real, but that doesn't necessarily mean the legend itself isn't true, or that something else wasn't watching them from the shadows all along. I did.
Yeah, what was that circle? There was nothing there. Okay, let's recap. I have to say I liked Chills, his style. There were some things I didn't like, but all in all, he's honest. This one as well. The last one, that's what I was gonna say actually. There was just a woman there. So he said the same, and he was quite honest, and yeah, I like him. So subscribe to him if you like this as well. Let's see what we had today. I did not get scared, not once, but I got disturbed more than once, and not in a scary way. So, yeah, this one was, I mean, this is horrifying. What did they do to the children? You don't do stuff like that to children. I don't know. There was nothing here. Nothing at all. Could have been termite, as you said. Again, being honest, and it might have been, but I hope it was. Because if they put a child in a room and locked it, and if the child was mentally unstable, you put it in a hospital and not in a room. You idiot. That's quite heartless, and I hated that. I hated that they were so heartless. And if the parents were doing it on purpose, then yeah, that's worse. So yeah, not scary, but disturbing. And then we got Mr. I'm gonna go to the other place because this world's not suitable for me anymore. To be honest, I hope this is fake. I think this is fake because the story was too many cliches in there. You know? The 3 a.m., the banging, and everything. The upload, the strange person still commenting on the uploads. I think that fortunately makes this seem quite fake, but if this is real, man, that disturbed me. That was disturbing, because if this was real, that man was in the worst place you can be. And world is hell, and you don't need demons outside. I mean, they help, but yeah, if you are where this man is, where you are gonna do what he did, you're at the worst place possible, and you are already in hell. I can tell you that. I think he is already in hell, and hearing that doesn't make it better. Again, the story about the demons. I don't like demons. I don't know what that is. It's too Christian in a way that it's too specific. You know, I'm more interested in things that aren't bound to one religion or things like that. I mean, there can be things that the religion explains and other religions explain as well. So that might be fun, fine, but fun as well, because that's something to think about. But yeah, this one that disturbed me. I think it's fake, and I hope it's fake. I hope it's fake. That made me really sad, and yeah. If this was real, yeah. The one with the blood spatters, also disturbing. Yeah, it's the same one. Sorry. It's the same one, but yeah. This one as well might have been fake. There wasn't really anything going on with the witch thingy. And yeah, that's Corey and Devin. Hope they're okay. Hope there is no curse. And I did not hear anything. I don't know what was it supposedly saying. I don't know. It supposedly said something, and I don't know what it was. And this was, yeah, she was quite shaken. The daughter, she was shaken. I think she's really in a bad place, and I hope they're okay. I hope it was not a curse, and I hope everything is all right. I did not see anything really, and it wasn't that scary. So yeah. Then again, yeah, the demon, too blurry. Would have got me if it was more crispy, and if he didn't do the sheet thingy where we were supposed to see a face, and you can see a face in anything. You're programmed to. Yeah, your brain is programmed to do that. So I did not think this is legit. And then the creepy thingy on the wall looks a bit like, A, I can't see it, B, it looks like a CGI. It's probably CGI. And yeah, the face goblin, and yeah, it was it was strange, more strange than scary. And yeah, then the two shadow people sitting there, easily fakeable. But yeah, they were too. This was too strange, and I got a really strong feeling that this was fake. And then we had the last one, and this was definitely fake, and it was just a woman, and they were Richards again. Don't poke the ghosts. Yeah, easily fakeable, probably fake. The woman was hired or whatever, and perhaps an actress, an aspiring actress, or a neighbor weirded out by whatever happened there, just wanting to check why people are shouting at ghosts. And yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. It did not scare me. It didn't get multi-scared, didn't get scared, but I think it was an interesting video. And again, there are things you have to think about. And things that it showed that are uneasy, and there were things I did not want to see, not because they were scary, but you know why. So anyway, if you're in a place like that person, please take care of yourself. Get help. Get help. There are people that might help you, and please take all the help you can get. Don't be on your own. And yeah, otherwise, I hope, despite all this misery, I hope you will have a lovely day, a wonderful day, happy, scary day, and don't poke the ghost as the ones in the last video did, and take care of yourself. Bye.